about you?
Oh, I'm just loving life.
Well, that's the point.
It is, isn't it?
And if you can get to that place, you must be doing something right.
We are, and sometimes it takes ignoring what's going on in the world to get to that place.
Sometimes, especially, it takes that. Or, you know, or you get your drug dosage right.
Yes, the Prozac.
Yeah. When that happens, you stay happy.
Happy.
However you reach your own personal nirvana, it's just good to be able to say that you have.
We are all for it here.
Yes.
In the garden with a hoe. Hi everybody and welcome back. Yes sirree. I just love hoeing.
Do you?
Yes I do, and you know what? Some of these flowers are edible, I hear.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful.
That is incredible, isn't it?
You know, and I have seen a lot of cooking shows lately where they just pluck the blooms out of the garden and throw them on top of a salad. And honestly, I have never seen that on television before. So
No,
I
me
would say
either.
we're getting to a point where things are really changing and they're starting to recognize the benefit of the more natural options.
Absolutely.
There was a time when that's all we had, and
Yes.
people were doing that all the time. But we got away from that a little bit.
We did get away from that,
Yeah,
didn't we?
As a society,
Yes,
I mean, we did. Yes, we did.
And some of these edible flowers are, let's see here. It says here that the following is a list of edible flowers and their uses. As with anything you harvest from your garden, make sure it has not been, in recent contact with insecticides.
Right. Right.
That's a good pointer. Yeah.
Right. Otherwise, your fabulous hair will fall out and your teeth will fall out and all sorts of things will happen.
Martiqua and MargO for emergency help.
Of course they will.
And always wash your flowers before use. That's important too.
Yeah.
And I do that with vegetables.
Yeah, because, well, let's face it, if you're taking them from the garden, you know, there's caterpillars and little bugs and little this and little that might be in those petals somewhere.
Yes.
And as much as we're happy to be eating, you know, things that are appropriately coming from our garden, we don't want to eat the little bugs and the little insects that might be on the flower petals, you know, so gotta get rid of those first.
Get rid of those first.
Yeah.
The daylily. A daylily. Now, I can zoom in on a daylily here while you read.
Wonderful. Let's see. Sweet, crunchy buds have the best flavor. It has a similar texture to crisp lettuce, and it tastes faintly like, get this, chestnuts. It says use in
Daylilies taste like chestnuts?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh, hi, Sadie.
In salad.
Yes, Sadie. Yes.
Hi, baby.
One big wow
you're
for Sadie.
cute.
Wow.
Hi, honey.
Isn't she cute?
You're very cute. Well, hi. Come on up here.
She's got a lot to say.
Come on up here. Come here. Oh, you just want to jump. All right, come up here. Come up here.
She's spring-loaded.
Oh, well. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Whoa.
Wow.
What a cutie. Anyway, let's see here. Says you can use the daylilies in salads, soup, or even candy them.
Candies, your daylilies?
Yes.
We have to try that for the holiday episodes.
And you know what? I'm pleased that they also say this because I knew this was true, but I wasn't sure it was going to be on here. It says it can even be used as a homeopathic remedy.
Oh.
It can act as a natural laxative.
A laxative?
Yes.
So if you're all bound up, get out and eat a daylily.
Yes.
Minnie's not bound up. You can see right there.
Or call your friend that bound you up. And that's a different episode.
That's a different episode.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about this one too.
Sure.
And I'll give you my personal 2 cents as to why in just a minute. But this one is called bee balm.
Bee balm?
Bee balm. Or Monarda, whatever that is.
I think that's the Latin name for
Yeah,
bee balm.
could be.
And bee balm, they're red flowers. They look
Monarda.
like little crowns.
Really?
Yes.
How
Little
appropriate.
red crowns.
How appropriate. I did not know that. And that's very appropriate. Anyway, it says these flowers can be used as a garnish in salads, tea, and lemonade.
Oh my goodness, lemonade.
Yeah, and that the leaves are also edible. You know,
really?
It's terrible when the hoe won't even stand up. You know?
We can't get your hoe to stand.
If your hoe doesn't stand up, you got a problem. I don't know.
So bee balm?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sweet tasting. And now my personal little tidbit of information to add to this is that I know a radical fairy by the name of Bee Ball.
Oh, how cute is that?
Yes, and it's totally appropriate because she is a very sweet person.
Want to say one big wow to Bee Ball? One
Yes.
big wow to Bee Ball. Wow!
Wow!
Who's fabulous? Bee
Bee Ball,
Ball!
that's right,
Hi,
honey.
Bee Ball!
Good to see you. I miss you. Okay, let's see. I'll read one more and then I'll give it to you and you can read some
give
too.
it to me good.
Oh. Okay. Do we need
Like
this?
a pie in the face?
Do we need that? Oh dear. Okay. The common dandelion.
Common dandelion.
Young leaves and blossoms are great in salads and you can also crystallize them.
Wow!
Cool.
Dandelions?
She
Well, now we
is
have a
so
use for it.
cute.
Isn't Sadie cute?
Sadie
She
is adorable.
Cute. Yes, and she's teaching our new puppy lots of things, how to play gentle,
Hi,
and she's just
honey.
become a big friend around the house.
Well, wonderful.
Yes, and our new little dog is called Pansy.
Yes,
she'll
you're
be out here
your
later.
new baby.
Well, cool. Crystallize them. I wonder what that means.
I'm not-
Is that- maybe that's the candying process.
Maybe.
That could be.
I'm not sure either.
Well, if you
actually.
know, just write Martiqua.
That's a good
Oh,
idea.
cool. Now, common sunflowers. Okay, you can use sunflowers in soups and salads. And of course, the seeds are
Of
edible.
course, yeah.
Wow, neat.
You can also use the petals in in dyeing things because
Oh,
their color is really strong.
interesting.
And so they make a really wonderful dye.
Oh, we
for
should try
clothes.
that too.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how that process works, but I know that you can do it, and it's amazing. With that color is really strong, and the
Wow.
more strong the color is, the better it is for dyeing.
For dyeing.
Yeah.
A natural way to dye. Now, sunflowers, as you probably know, are called that because their heads follow the sun. And in fact, last year I planted some in my garden. Actually, I think the squirrels planted some in my garden.
Really?
Yes.
You think that's how it
Because
happened?
I've got a bird feeder with sunflowers in it.
Okay.
They fall to the ground, and then of course the squirrels plant them where they think they should be. So I often do that, and it's just wonderful to see that little head move as the sun moves
Sure, and I'll
in
bet
your yard.
if you could film it time lapse, you could see
You
it
would see
move
that.
with the
I have
direction
seen
of
that filmed with a whole a field of sunflowers.
Yeah.
Then you
That
really
would be
notice.
incredible
Yeah.
to watch. That would
Very
be
good.
amazing to see.
And of course, marigolds. Uses a solid garnish or an herbal tea. Oh, this is also an inexpensive saffron substitute.
Yeah.
Saffron,
Yeah.
is that a
Saffron is a spice.
flavor? A spice.
Yeah, and it is extremely expensive and very difficult to get a hold of.
Oh, really?
And so it makes sense that somebody would come up with
With a
a
very-
substitute for that.
I'm gonna eat one right now.
Well, wonderful. Did you bring one? Good.
You wanna
I was
join me?
Yes, I would love to.
Okay. Eat this.
Now, what does it say before I eat it?
It says,
It is also, wait, it doesn't say what part you should eat. I'm just going to eat the petals.
eat the petals.
Should we do this together?
Let's do it together.
That way, if we both die,
You'll have it on film.
yeah,
We'll have openings here.
our postmortem.
One.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. Oh, that is
Wow.
good. That is good.
Oh, I like that flavor. It's actually
Yummy.
very good.
It is kind of, yeah. It's heartier than you think.
And it surprised me so much I almost fell out of character. If you can, never. Actually, it's very good.
It's very good, isn't it? Now we go from marigolds to nasturtium. Oh, I had some of those last year too.
Did you?
Now those you do see in fancy restaurants,
Sure,
don't you?
yes.
Yeah. Remove the bitter stem before using. It's wonderful in salads and butter. Nasturtium butter?
I bet you can do that with marigolds too.
Oh,
actually.
I bet so.
I bet you could.
And then of course the hosta. We've got a couple hostas over there. You can use, this is called the plantain lily hosta. Use in salads or fry it or pickle it.
Wow.
The hosta fontanelli is the tastiest.
Wow, cool.
Wow.
We
very
should say
cool.
where this information comes from.
Edible flowers from Fox 9. Fox 9 radio. No. not
Television.
radio. Television, yes. It's a television.
You know, television.
Television.
Yeah, that square box.
Wonderful.
Wow, that's terrific.
Now, I haven't heard of this one before. Stock Is that
Stop.
a flower?
Matthiola.
I
I don't know either.
We might have to Google that.
Used in salads or as a garnish, and it has a perfumed taste.
Perfume taste, huh?
Violets and pansies can be used in salads, vinegars, butter, and tea. They can also be used in syrups and jellies.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How fun is that?
That's very cool. You know,
That would look creative.
honestly, without any silliness, you know, there's so much of that on this show. This was actually very good.
It surprised me.
It was very good.
And it has lots of flavor.
Yeah, I actually like it.
Oh.
Squash blossoms.
Huh.
You remove the stamens and stuff the blossoms with cream cheese. Oh, for yum.
We need to do that.
Oh, yes, we do. That needs to show up on our kitchen show, don't it?
Yes, I think so. So squash blossoms.
Yeah.
Fun.
It says, oh, this is important. I should read this. Using fresh flowers is a wonderful way to bring your garden indoors. In the landscape, I like to combine my favorite edible flowers with my herb garden for ease of picking.
Oh, that
Not all flowers are edible, and if you are in doubt, a simple rule is don't eat them.
Don't eat them.
Allergy-prone people should avoid using flowers in large quantities.
Okay.
So maybe one or two here and there. Maybe. That's a good little bit of information.
It sure is. We had a horrible incident last year with a Hmong family that had come down to St. Paul, we were in a park, and they had picked what they thought was a mushroom that looked very much like the mushroom where they come from, and they all ended up in the hospital.
Oh no, that would be dangerous.
Yeah.
I would be afraid to do that.
So I don't even eat mushrooms unless they come from my grocery store.
Well,
I don't take any
I'm
chances.
just happy when I can be walking out in Sweet Hollow with my friend Tara and find raspberries growing all over the place.
Oh, how fun
Blackberries,
is that?
raspberries, and we picked them all and had a ton.
Woo!
It was wonderful. And we're going to go back. But now that I've told everybody where they're growing, they'll probably show up there and eat them
They'll be all gone.
But you know, I have petals all over me.
Well,
such a terrible
I
thing.
used to have a raspberry bush over here. I'll show you. But you see, I live so right next to a forest, and they
Yeah.
didn't get any sun at all.
Oh, I suppose.
But the raspberries that did grow, the squirrels ate them, and then they used the restroom over here.
Oh no!
And now there's a raspberry bush coming over here.
Oh no! Really?
I'm sorry. Can you?
I can come with you.
Here, I'll show you, Martiqua.
Okay, I'll come with you. Where are we
It's such
going?
a funny story because they actually put them where there's more sun. So now they come up over here. And they're tasty, and look.
Well, how convenient that they did that. Oh, look at them. Wow, you have a lot of them.
Yeah. Would you like to try them?
Wow,
They're
sure.
very good.
There's one there that's ready. Yeah, there's one. Cool. Oh, I love them. That was just a teeny one.
Very cool. I'll have this one here.
They're almost gone.
They are. But the flavor is so wonderful.
Yeah, they really
After
are
a hard
good.
day's work.
They really are good. And you know, my mother used to put this on cereal with some cream. She used to love to eat raspberries in the morning.
The flavor.
They're great.
With cream, huh?
Yeah.
So, let your squirrels do the
You know,
planting.
that was nice of them to do that. Thank you for that commentary, MargO.
Oh dear. Mother Nature.
Yes. Isn't she wonderful?
It's difficult to explain sometimes.
Well. Oh my.
Well, that was such a wonderful treat.
It is amazing to discover that you can pluck some of the flowers from your garden and eat them.
Isn't that great?
And thanks to Fox 9, they gave us ideas of exactly how to do that.
One big wow for Fox 9?
Wow!
It was fabulous. Fox 9. And thanks a lot for joining us for another episode of In the Garden
With a hoe!
Goodbye,
Bye.
everybody.
It goes around the world just la 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 la. It's all Buongiorno, Nancy boys. Hi and welcome. We've got another wonderful segment here on travel.
You see,
Ah.
we are here in Cortona at Il Rifugio, here to talk about a little side trip to Roma. Now, in Italy, it's not called Rome, it's called Roma.
Roma. Let's try that
Yeah.
together. Roma.
This is Roma. Roma.
Oh, I love it, BJ. Hey, you know what I picked up from somebody?
What?
No, it's not what you're thinking. I found these are trading cards of the Pope.
Pope trading cards?
Pope trading cards, everybody. You can get them and share them with your friends.
How cool is that?
If I had more friends, I guess I'd get some.
See.
How fun is that? Now, restaurants are very, very important in Italy because they do them so well. I heard there's one right across from the Colosseum. The Colosseo? The Colosseo.
In Rome, it's called the Colosseo.
The Colosseo, where you can sit and eat, and you can do it outdoors, above on a terrace, or below
Overlooking
in
the
street,
Colosseum.
Overlooking the Colosseum. And the name of that restaurant again?
The Royal Meat House.
The Royal Meat House. Now that sounds interesting.
Sounds like a girl could get lucky.
It's actually a very classy joint.
It is.
Oh yeah, and the wait staff were fabulous.
They were. You know what was the best there? The carbonara. The
Oh,
spaghetti
really?
carbonara, it's a traditional Italian dish that is spaghetti mixed with, actually they use raw eggs, and it congeals a little bit with the hot pasta. And what's it called? Oh, what is that meat?
Oh, prosciutto?
No,
No?
it's the other one. It's the fat bacon. Fat bacon.
Fat bacon.
pigs. Shirley?
Pancetta.
Pancetta.
Let's say that together. Pancetta.
Thanks, Shirley's the maid.
No, Shirley runs this place, actually.
Whatever.
She does. She runs the place. And it's a fabulous place, Shirley. Now, if you're ever in Italy and you'd love to have a home base where you can just get rid of your luggage and then take day trips off to other places, Shirley's Joint is pretty much it.
Il Rifugio.
Let's say that together. Il Rifugio.
And it means the refuge.
The refuge. And it is quite nice. One of the fun things that Shirley has out here, the cuckoo birds. I never knew there was an actual cuckoo bird.
She insisted the whole time we were here that there's some sort of clock hanging on a tree in the forest.
I'm sure there is. We'll find it someday. But if you've never heard a cuckoo bird, this is the place to go.
And in fact, later we might even go on a cuckoo hunt together.
Oh, we could.
But we don't have to look much further, do we?
No, we don't. Along with the cuckoo birds, there's many, many other birds, and they sing all day long here.
And what do you know what else I noticed? The nightingale.
Oh, really?
A nightingale, the birds sing all night, and that's probably a nightingale.
I bet it is.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is just fabulous. And talk about sun, sun, sun.
CCC.
And if you are too hot, too caldo, should we say that together? Caldo.
And then it would be molto caldo.
Molto caldo?
Very, very hot.
Si.
Si.
Molto caldo. Shirley put in a swimming pool for ya. Yay! So she has added some accoutrements, which are very, very nice.
See. You know what? You look like Gidget does Rome.
Am I all sweaty? Or
No.
No, I'm not. Oh, perfect, BJ.
You look just so wholesome and
Well,
all
I was
American.
so glad I could come here and help in your family way.
Thank you. Now, more from Rome.
Oh,
Why don't
sure.
we have the boys give us a tour of the Colosseum? Tell us all about those ancient Romans.
Go ahead, boys. Sorry. Filming.
Okay.
Ciao. Well, you can't walk on the grass here.
No, you can't.
And where are we, Mr. Peabody, Chad?
We are in front of the Vittorio Emanuele II monument, built in the 1930s by Mussolini.
By Mussolini.
By Mussolini, yes. It is a monument dedicated to Vittorio Emanuele II, who was the first king of United Italy.
Wow.
Yeah, after thousands of years, it got reunited. This was a monument to the first king. It also has dual purpose. It is their Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Okay. And when was it built?
In the 30s.
In the 30s, by
Yeah,
Mussolini.
by Mussolini.
Tea with Mussolini, famous film starring Cher, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
It's actually architecturally ridiculed by the Italians. They don't really
Okay.
care for it. They think of it as a big wedding cake. the marble that's used in this particular monument comes from the territory that Emanuele Vittorio came from.
Okay.
And so it's a different type of marble that you'll find typically in Rome. So the Italians look down upon it.
Wow.
They think it's pretty gaudy. For Romans, that's saying a lot.
That is. That
The
is.
Romans are pretty
Well,
out there.
I think it's beautiful. It reminds me of my sister's wedding. You're right.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I know, but it's beautiful. And I think the interesting thing is we had just seen a motorcade pass by with all sorts of polizia.
Lots of polizia,
Yeah.
a dignitary. They whipped them through really
whipped
quick.
them through. There's a very busy area, as you can see, that monitored very heavily. You know, we were told by the Federale here, polizia, to get down off the grass. So we're down.
Yes.
Next stop?
Next, we're going to the Roman Forum.
The Forum.
And shortly after that, the Colosseum.
Very cool. We'll see you later. Hey everybody, it's Ronnie Day and Danny K right here live. Well, actually not anymore, it's not live, you're gonna see a tape. At the Colosseum in Rome.
Yep.
Pretty cool. We are seeing some of the most amazing pieces of Western civilization and its culture right here in the city that started it all. The Colosseum, quite a controversial building. Compared to the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, I mean, the truck rallies are pretty exciting, but this kind of beats all, don't you think, Dan?
Well, I think the structure looks more impressive from the outside. I mean, those little white pillows that we have at the Metro.
Yeah, I think this building is more impressive. Tell me about how this was built and how it got its start.
Well, you know, it's a symbol or emblem of Rome's eternity and perhaps
the Eternal City.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the most famous monument in the world.
Yeah.
That's it. Did you know that it was commonly called the Colosseum probably because the colossal statue of Nero was supposed to have been erected out front? Well, what happened?
Erected?
Yeah. They didn't
Out
erect
front?
it. They didn't erect it out front.
They lost out on that one.
The work was completed by Emperor Titus, who inaugurated it in 80 AD. After
80
the
AD.
death. See, you got that? With its
Wow.
bountiful entertainments. The inaugural festival lasted 100 days in which 5,000 wild animals
5,000 wild animals died.
Sad.
How many Christians?
It's not noted here.
Okay, we know quite a few.
It is still the largest amphitheater in the world.
It is.
It is.
Wow.
All right, it's divided into 3 floors with 80 arcades on each floor. Get the arcade? down
Yeah.
there? It has an attic with plaster strips and windows and 24 corbels. I think that's what a corbel is back there.
Okay.
Corresponding to the same number of holes in the cornice, which are supposed to have been substituted with large pieces of canvas to protect from sun and the rain. So they had canvas going over the top.
Wow, how cool. So it was, they have a covered dome.
Perfect, long before we even thought of it.
Yeah.
Very cool. It could hold 50,000 spectators who entered through the 4 main entrances.
50,000. And I think the Metrodome is 60, isn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. Well, it's very interesting to be here thinking that this building has been here so long.
Right, right. And you know what I think the Colosseum is most famous for is it was a way for a Roman emperor to show his appreciation for the people, to get them on his side. So he'd offer free entertainment. This was basically entertainment central for the city of Roma. And they would have things like gladiators, and the gladiators were the World Wrestling Federation stars of the day. The populace picked their favorites and rooted for them. There was live feeding of Christians and things like that, and that was entertaining to the people of the Rome of the day. So quite a wide assortment. And you'll notice here there's a cross on the other side here in respect for all the Christians that died here.
I know there's one little piece of trivia I happen to know too, and when the crowd was trying to decide whether or not they should let the gladiator live or die.
Yeah.
If they did the thumbs down, it means that he should live.
Oh.
It's the reverse of what you think. And thumbs up meant uh-oh.
Opposite. Absolutely. Be careful about your hand gestures here. Very good.
Something else.
Well, we're going to show you some more detailed pics. Enjoy the tour of the Colosseum, and thanks for visiting with us in Rome.
Many of the carvings were pilfered from earlier Roman monuments. So at 315 AD, that would be classic Roman period, when Rome really ruled the world.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember, Constantine, what he was really famous for was moving the capital from Rome to Constantinople, the new city, which became Istanbul. You know,
Constantinople. Which reminds me.
Why they changed it, I can't say. Maybe they liked it better that way.
My favorite little line as a kid was, Constantinople, spell it. The answer is IT. It always fooled all the other little kids. Get it? Constantinople, spell it.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, now it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul. Istanbul. Istanbul, even old New York was once New Amsterdam.
Buongiorno!
Buongiorno.
Ronnie Day and Danny Kaye, that was just fabulous. And thank you, Professor Peabody, as well. You gave us a great tour all about the history of the Colosseo. Remember, that's Roma for Colosseum.
Oh, how wonderful.
Bici figli di puttana? Ho bisogno di vino. Ho bisogno...
He needs wine, he needs wine, he needs
Hello.
wine.
Sure, right there? No more.
Sì, voglio... Grazie. Grazie. Sì.
can I zoom in on your accessories? She has got some fabulous ones on today, everybody. Ooh, now who's this, Tinkerbell? Well, this is Tinkerbell who's left the kitchen. And Sadie. Hi, Sadie. And this is Buddha. Hey, Buddha. And Pansy.
Pansy.
Oh, and speaking of Pansy.
Hi, sweetie.
Speaking of Pansy, what are you wearing?
Hi.
Oh.
I'm wearing a pin that my friend Tara gave me that says Diva.
Who gave you that?
My friend Tara.
Hi, Tara. One big wow for Tara. Wow! Who's fabulous? Tara! Ooh, look
My
at this.
Red Hat Club.
Very nice.
Pink Flamingo.
Always.
And
ooh, that is a beautiful
a dragonfly.
Ooh, so don't be afraid to accessorize.
Of course. Yes. Even when you're in the kitchen making eggs.
Eggs? Oh, I love eggs.
Eggs.
Oh. Oh.
What a sweetie.
Isn't he sweet? This is Buddha, everybody. Hi.
Hi, Buddha.
It's Buddha Boo.
How cutie.
What is he? I think
cute.
he's a Shih Tzu.
Okay.
And he's actually the most,
So
you're the lowest maintenance dog on the planet Earth.
wow.
Yeah, once they reach about 3 years of age, they are calm. They only go out when they need to.
You're so
They're
cute.
just incredible. But you've got some eggs.
We do. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Our little ongoing segment of egg preparation.
Oh yes, that's very important.
Our last one is hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs. Now,
Yes.
those are our favorite. I know. In restaurants everywhere.
Sure.
Hard-boiled eggs. Okay.
Using potato salad and all sorts
Oh,
of things.
you're
Yeah.
right. You know, I know BJ just keeps some in the fridge, so when she's hungry, she can quick grab a bite.
Yeah.
And they're even good cold, which not every food group is, but
True.
hard-boiled eggs are easy to have. And sometimes just one little egg can tie you over.
Yes, indeed.
Excuse me, gang. All right.
All right.
Let's
so
see.
Let's see what we can do.
Sure. Now this is
All
the
right.
hard-boiled egg. Now the hard-boiled egg from the Egg Note,
Yes.
which is something we got John Michael Lerma. You know that author? That author that wrote a very famous cookbook. Ta-da! It's called Garden County, where everyone is welcome at the table. Anyway, back to hard-boiled.
Back to eggs.
Oh, I'll be the drag cam.
All right. Thank you. All right. Okay, we have our very rapidly boiling big
Ooh.
pot of water.
Yes,
in
that
which
is
place
rapidly
our
boiling.
hard-boiled egg.
Okay,
Now, on
yes.
our egg notes, it
Yes.
says that a hard-boiled egg should be boiled in boiling water for 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
At which point the whites and the yolks will both be solid.
Okay,
And-
so that's the goal. The whites and the yolk will be solid.
Right.
Okay, that's the goal. here.
Right. They're not. In other words, they're not going to be at all runny like some of the other ones that we've done.
Okay.
And that's the goal you're looking for, so that they're not.
Very
And
cool.
Let's put a couple in there,
Oh,
just for grins and giggles.
very good. You know, what confuses me about egg shopping in itself,
What's that?
there's no small eggs. They start off with large, extra large, and super large or something.
You know what? That's more about labeling than it is anything else.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, well, don't let it confuse you too much.
Okay, very
Because
good.
there's not a lot of logic to it.
No, there isn't.
No, there isn't. All right.
You know, and grade A. Now, I've never seen a grade B or C egg.
No, I think it's A, double A, or even triple A.
Oh,
But I
kind of
don't
like
know. I don't know what it means.
D, double D's. Is
Yeah,
that
double D,
double- Yeah, I see.
Yeah. I like doing that. Can you tell?
Woohoo!
Anyway, okay, here we go.
Oh, now she's using that spoon so that
That's
she's gentle with it.
Right.
That's the key.
And when you've got a big pot like this one,
Yes.
You're really going to hurt yourself if that water splashes. So be careful.
Be careful. Do not do this alone at home.
Even the steam from this pot is hot.
Oh, goodness.
So be careful. Sliding along the edge of the
Very
pan
cool. See how
into the
she got
water.
it in there?
I'm
Yeah.
going to put 2 of them in there.
Oh, why not?
Because then when
It
they're
looks so
done,
natural.
we
Side
can
by side,
eat
like-
one. 'cause
Oh, how
I'm ready.
fun! You've
right.
been cooking away all day here.
Yeah.
You think this place could afford to feed the staff? No.
Usually they do a pretty good job. I don't have any complaints about that.
So she has gently put the eggs into the already boiling water, okay, using a spoon. Now, you could use a ladle or something, but the key is, you know, I was thinking about a ladle, but then when you dip it out, it could tumble and crack.
Right.
So actually, I think your spoon method is a very good method.
And you know, the timer is now set for 10 minutes.
10 minutes? What are we going to do in this 10 minutes?
Well, we have things we can share with our audience.
Perfect.
Further information that they can glean important things
Oh, how
from.
wonderful.
You know what? I'm just going to arbitrarily hand this one to you because it just seems appropriate.
Oh, no. Laying?
Arbitrary. Wink.
It's about laying. Hens are fed a healthful diet of specialty mixed grains, and lay eggs in a controlled environment designed for their health. Well, all right then. Research is done.
And if you believe that based on the other things we've shared with you, then you weren't paying attention when those other segments were on.
Research is done continually on feed to ensure the hens get the right balance of nutrients so their bones don't crumble. Never mind. Today's hens eat better diets than people do. Wink.
Okay, you know what? Even if that is true, which it could be,
It could be.
ultimately, the better the hens eat, the better quality the eggs will be.
Oh, well, that
So
I suppose
actually, that
works.
makes sense.
Okay.
Because whether the chickens have legs that they can actually use or not is irrelevant, apparently, because all we care about is the condition of their egg.
Absolutely. Feeding is computer controlled. Except for those 14 days where we starved them to death to introduce another laying cycle. To distribute fresh feed equally among the flock. All birds have unrestricted access to fresh water, but no food apparently. In modern hen houses, computers maintain comfortable temperature and humidity levels to control ventilation, to provide fresh air. Computers are also control lighting, which triggers the egg laying. Oh, most eggs are laid between 7 and 11 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
With cages raised off the floor, waste falls clear of both the hens and eggs. In addition to providing good airflow, this eliminates the threat of waste or soil-borne contamination and disease, further ensuring health when hens are caged. Oh, I see. This further ensures their health when they're caged. You see. It's easier to inspect them every day and to weigh them each week. Biosecurity practices also help prevent poultry diseases. Well, what a wonderful...
And this must be why the caged chicken peeps.
Yes, it must be, because they're so happy.
Yeah. You think?
I think you're right.
Yeah. And you know what?
It's that peepee.
This very positive information
Yes.
came to us from which website?
Well,
this came from incredibleegg.org.
Incredibleegg.org.
Yes, and the reason that I share that with you is because this is a really positive description of what happens to those chickens. And some of the other things that we've shared with you in the past have not quite been as positive.
Really? Let's see.
And I'm wondering if maybe that's because they came from a different website.
Well, here's a website, eggindustry.com. It says each wire battery cage, remember for their health, that's why we put them there, normally houses, 3 to 10 hens. Oh, I see, they do actually fill them to the brink. A typical U.S. egg farm contains thousands of cages on acreage density of, cages at an average density of 59 square inches per bird. Just over half the area, this is confusing. Just over half the area of a letter-sized sheet of paper.
So each bird gets approximately a letter-sized sheet of paper
to live in.
Space.
This is your living space.
Isn't that encouraging?
Hens.
That's smaller than my public housing apartment. Oh my God.
So these are 59 square inches, and hens need an average of 72 square inches just to stand erect. So they can't even stand up. 178 inches to preen. I'm not really sure what that is.
That's pulling feathers out and
and they're itchy.
So they can replace them with new ones.
Sure. So they would need 178 inches to do that, and we give them 59. 197 inches just to turn around. So you need almost 200 inches to turn around, and you got 59 to deal with.
So they can't even turn around.
And to flap their wings, you would need 291 square inches, and you got 59. Thus, hens in battery cages cannot perform any of these important natural behaviors, nor can they perch or preen or dust bathe their nest. As a consequence, hens show signs of severe frustration and low welfare.
Oh my.
Oh dear.
You know, I'm afraid that sharing this information will give public housing an idea.
Maybe.
I hope not.
59 square inches. Standard industry practices cause battery hens to experience both acute and chronic pain. The treatment of these animals would be illegal if anti-cruelty laws applied to farm animals. However, profits have taken priority over animal welfare.
Really? Wow, that is such an encouraging piece of information. That makes me incredibly sad.
Now that came from where? Another source.
This one came from eggindustry.com.
Wow. Well, it's just helpful to be aware of such practices,
Wow.
I think. And if you can do something about it, definitely try.
Let's see. Okay, are there any food safety recommendations for microwaving eggs?
Oh, interesting.
All models of microwave ovens tend to cook foods unevenly, leaving cold spots.
Oh.
To encourage more even cooking, cover the dish, stir the ingredients if possible, and either use a turntable or rotate the dish at least once or twice during the cooking time.
Oh, how interesting.
Though it's unrelated to potential bacteria, another safety factor in microwaving eggs is that you must break the eggs out of their shells. If you put an egg in its shell in the microwave, it's likely to explode.
Oh dear.
Microwaves heat so quickly that steam builds up faster than an egg can exhale it through its pores, and the steam bursts through the shell.
Ouch.
For the same reason, when microwaving, always prick the yolk of an unbeaten egg with the tip of a knife or a wooden pick. The vent you create allows the steam to escape safely.
Interesting.
Wow.
So you can still have microwaved eggs, but you've got to plan ahead.
Yeah.
A little prick can be your friend.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting too.
Wow.
I have exploded an egg in an oven before.
Have you?
Not oven, but microwave.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, I have not.
Oh.
I haven't.
Stick with me.
I haven't ever tried to put an egg in the microwave. Actually, that never occurred to me.
I just think the flavor's better when you put them on the stove.
I suspect so.
Ah.
You want to
Oh,
be that?
sure.
Different voice.
Doesn't cooking destroy bacteria? No, we've heard that, haven't we?
Sure.
Even light cooking will begin to destroy any salmonella that might be present, but proper cooking brings eggs and foods to a temperature high enough to destroy them all. For eggs, the white will
coagulate.
Thank you, coagulate or set between 149 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and the yolk is 149 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's see. It was the white at 144 to 49, and the yolk 149 to 150, 158.
Yeah.
The whole egg, will coagulate.
Yes, between
144 and 158. I see. Egg products made of plain whole eggs are pasteurized, heated to destroy bacteria. That's what pasteurization is. Well, that's interesting. If you bring food to an internal temperature of 160 degrees, you instantly kill off almost any bacteria. By diluting eggs with a liquid or sugar, such as custard, you can bring the egg temperature to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Goodness. Adding sugar to an egg, you can bring the egg mixture to 160 degrees. Use these temperatures as rough guidelines when you prepare eggs. So if you're going to use it with sugar or in a liquid, you need to bring it to 160, I believe.
In order to make sure that it's pasteurized and all bacteria is gone.
Well, for goodness sakes, but you know, I've never seen an egg thermometer. I mean, a thermometer in an egg? Wouldn't that look a little goofy? I mean, don't even have one here, but you know, I don't know how
I don't know. I mean, I think the purpose here is to sort of give us a guideline as to where we can expect the pasteurization to take place.
Okay.
So when you're boiling eggs in boiling water, obviously the temperature is going to be high enough to take care of that.
I see.
But they're just giving you a guideline
When you're cooking eggs.
Right.
I see.
Right.
I see.
Which is
Well,
why they
very
often
good.
say anything that has eggs in it, like when you're at a picnic or something, you should never leave that sit out very long, because if you do, you know, bacteria will build up even if it has been pasteurized, and then it won't be edible anymore.
Oh gosh.
So anything that has eggs in it is like that, unless they're hard boiled.
Timely. Okay.
If they're hard boiled,
If you're in doubt, just hard boil things.
yeah, if you make a salad and you put sliced hard boiled eggs on top of it, no problem.
Oh good. I love those anyway.
Yeah,
I'm a big
right,
fan of hard
right.
boiled. And you're kind of the poached.
Poached, yes.
Poached
I
lady,
love
which
poached.
is a healthier alternative.
I think it
And
is.
yummy.
I think it is, yeah.
Oh.
And I love them. They're really good.
Well, I heard a beep.
Yes, I did too. Our timer went off.
The dried ham is moving.
Our hard-boiled eggs should now be done. Put them in here. Scoop them out.
Ooh, looks good. But she's being extra careful again. This is no time to rush
Now,
anything.
it's not, this time it isn't because I'm worried that the eggs will break, because if they're hard-boiled, they're not going to.
That's true.
But the reason I'm going slowly with this right now is because they're extremely hot and I don't want to burn myself.
Oh, now keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Try to be safe.
What do I do? Oh, there.
All right.
All right.
So she's got the eggs in the bowl. Now the Martiqua technique, which will save on your fingers, and you all know this, is cool running water.
Yeah.
She's running some cool running water over the eggs.
Especially when you're doing hard-boiled eggs.
Okay, that's the time to, okay, for sure. Because you have to handle them to peel them, and for goodness sakes, you know, your skin, it's just too much.
Yeah. And it's even a good idea to leave them sit in the cooler water.
Oh,
for a
sure.
minute, because they really are hot.
Now some people, you know, they do 1 or 2 eggs a day. They just make a dozen at the beginning of the week. Then you have, you know, you've got good for 2, 3, 4 days.
Right.
You can just grab a medium because they're in the refrigerator at that point.
Right.
And they're yummy.
And it bears stating that while we're talking about how flexible eating eggs is and having them available in the refrigerator, do not forget that they are a high source of cholesterol.
Oh, okay, that's good to keep in mind.
You should limit what you eat
Yes.
in terms of eggs because they raise your cholesterol.
Okay.
And I can't give you
Cholesterol.
figures because I don't have the numbers in my head.
But you have a nice figure.
Oh,
A figure.
thank you.
I've got a nice figure.
Well, you know, we're a little Rubenesque, but you know.
So check with your doctor on your cholesterol levels.
Right.
Oh, that's right. The HDL and LDL and all that
Yes,
craziness
exactly.
there. Oh, I think we might have some information.
Okay, while she's looking for that, I'm going to try to begin peeling these. Those are really hot. Still hot. Okay. I think I'm going to do... Okay.
Okay, HDL and LDL.
Now you found it.
They're all just types of cholesterol. Now, I remember the HDL, that number you on high. Now, there's an H in high and there's an H in HDL. So I remember the HDL is the good one. I also thought
that's
of
very good.
happy.
That's
You're
very
happy
good.
if it's high.
Association. That's
Yeah,
very
so what we would like, now they do have milligrams per DL, I think it's deciliter. We would look for something between 40 and 110 for your happy DL or
And
HDL.
that's an acceptable, healthy range?
Very healthy from
Okay.
40 to 110. You're trying to get that up because the higher it is, the happier you'll be. There is the bad cholesterol, that's the LDL. And now that we'd like low. We'd like that between 0 and 129. They're 2 different figures, but you can remember that LDL is bad and you want it as low as possible. So you can look for a high or happy HDL between 40 and 110, and your LDL should be between 0 and 129 to be a healthier person.
Okay. And the last time I had my LDL checked,
Yes.
because that was the only thing that could check, it was not anywhere near what it should have been. It was not good at
Really?
all.
Higher than 129?
Yes. It
Wow.
was 141. which is
141?
not good.
Goodness, you might not eat 3 eggs a day then.
No, in fact, I might want to stay away from eggs for a couple of weeks at a time.
Okay, very good to keep in mind.
So I know that it's important to pay attention to that, and mine is not good, so I got to do something about that. And don't we all?
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Very true.
It helps to have fun doctors and decent and nice health care staff who can help coax you through the rougher parts of taking care of yourself.
Absolutely, that's so important.
I'm letting these cool a little bit because they're really hot.
All right.
And I wanna share another piece of information with us. On the bottom of our little egg notes magnet that we've been using as a guide in the course of these segments, it says, for easier peeling, hold under cold running water. Crack the shell at the large end where the air sac is located.
There's an air sac on the large end.
And then peel away the shell.
Okay, what was that again? Cold water.
Hold it under cold running water. Crack the shell at the large end where the air sac is located and then peel the shell away.
Can I zoom in with the drag cam while you try that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Here we go. All right,
look at that. She's got the big end at the bottom. She cracked it. Ooh.
And you know what? If it oozes when you do it, it's not hard boiled.
It's not
finished yet.
Keep that in mind.
Yes.
Oh, that's peeling very well. So try cracking it on the bottom end, or the I think big bottoms.
Yeah.
Wonder why. Oh no, that's peeling quite well.
It is. I think sometimes I find that if you let them cool too much, then the film that is between the eggshell and the egg itself shrinks. And the egg is actually tighter inside the shell and is harder to get out. So you're actually better off trying to peel it while it's still a little bit warm.
Okay.
Because the membrane between the shell and the cooked egg white is more flexible when it's hot.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
There we go. A perfectly round, fabulous, beautiful, hard-boiled egg.
Oh, good job, Martiqua.
How exciting is that? I'm going to do the other one.
Cracking her bottom.
Giggles. Crack it on the large end.
Think large.
Yes, we can do that. We're good at that on this show. It's a good thing.
And it's peeling off rather well.
It is.
It is.
So you have to get it cool enough so that you can still touch it, but warm enough so that the skin comes off nicely and is flexible. And there we be. Two nicely done hard-boiled eggs.
Wonderful, Martiqua.
They look lovely.
They do.
And you can put them in an egg slicer and put the slices on top of a salad.
Oh, you know, that'd be very decorative.
Or you can just cut them in
half.
half.
I've seen that on fancy salads.
Put some spices on them and eat them.
What spices do you like?
Oh, I like all sorts of spices.
Oh.
I love rosemary and sage.
Rosemary, sage.
And I like turmeric.
What is that?
Turmeric.
Never heard of it.
It's a yellow-orange spice that they use in curry.
Oh, interesting. Turmeric.
Yeah.
Everybody, you might want to try that someday. Okay. Turmeric.
Adjustments are sometimes necessary.
They certainly are.
Yes.
And I've heard of basil or basil.
Yes.
That's another one. You know, oftentimes in the spring you can get little plants about this size at the grocery stores or in the plant stores, and you can keep them around your house, but of course you have to have some sunshine.
Well, and
I plant them outside in the summer here.
You can even have little herb gardens inside tiny little apartments because they don't take up a lot of space.
Oh,
if you keep them trimmed, and as you trim them, then you use the spice.
Oh, so, and it's fresh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Fresh does make a difference. You know,
my goodness,
when I ran out to my garden and grabbed just an arm off of something, and the spices are incredible. I even use those on unhealthy foods like pizza. Oh, yum. Now, they actually have let's see, they do have growing lights. You can have your own little garden area in your kitchen if you don't have any sunlight with a grow light.
Right, and you can do that in no matter what size space you're living in, because they have tiny little terraced garden kits that you can buy that are just really small, and they have like 3 levels to them, and you grow herbs and spices in those little kits.
What a great
And
gift idea.
they last forever.
Oh, we accept gifts.
Oh yes, yes. Because then we don't have to go to the store and buy the already prepared, very expensive spices. We can just cut them out of our little garden.
Well, that's a fabulous gift idea for you or your friends.
Right.
Ah.
So, enjoy eating your hard-boiled eggs.
Oh my goodness. Everybody, thanks a lot for joining us. Oh yes, are we really going to do it?
Well, I'm going to.
Oh, okay. Let's try
I'm
it.
going to take a bite.
On 3?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, they are yummy. And if you are hungry, this will just kill your appetite. It's wonderful, insatiable. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Happy eating. Goodbye.